Talk to us about where you are in terms of expectations for the Fed right now. You've been pretty hawkish in the past. You expect Jay Powell to be hawkish tonight. What do you think is going to happen?
It's pretty remarkable. I mean, think back just a second to reflect. It was exactly this meeting, exactly 2 years ago, March of 2020, when Powell brought down rates 100 basis points and embarked on a QE easing program that led to $5 trillion of printing of money. And so here today we are with inflation raging out of control at 8%. We've never seen ever in the history of this world rates at zero with inflation raging like this, having gone from sub 2 to 8%. So the Fed is so far behind the curve. I think what he says in his language is going to be to calm markets, but what he has to do is control inflation. And so every meeting this calendar year, he's going to have to raise rates.
Well, Bruce, if the Fed is as behind the curve as you say, will 25 basis point hikes do the job?
But he's already showed his hand. He's already told you at his last correspondence that, which is, I don't think you're supposed to, show that hand then, but he did. He said 25 basis points. So that's in the market. That's what we all expect. That's what it will be. But what's more important than that is kind of what comes next, which is a tightening at every Fed meeting over the course of the next year. And in one calendar year, you have 8 meetings. And so there's 7 left this year. So every meeting this year and into next year, a tightening expected to get Fed funds where it should be, which is 2 to 2.5%. And mixed in there, you'll see a couple 50 basis point increases. And, I mean, you know how bad inflation is when even Tom Brady comes out of retirement, right? So
don't get me started on that, Bruce.
But it's not only Tom. It's like every household's feeling this. It's food, fuel, housing, all goods, all services. Every company on every company call we talk to, is talking about inflation and talking about their cost of inputs, cost of manufacturing, cost of labor, and so it's spilling through. And what I say also, Guy, Kailey, is that when you have the first, second, third, and fourth, it's not going to be problematic for the markets. When you have that fifth, sixth, and seventh, that's when the financial conditions tighten enough, and that's when the pain's going to be felt in the marketplace. So when I think about markets, I look at the equity markets, where they are now, properly priced at, say, an 18 multiple. I think for the high for the year won't get you back to where you started the year at 4,800. I think it'll probably get you around 45 or 4,600. You're supposed to sell into that. I think at some point this year, later this year, as conditions really tighten, you can look at wiping out all of 2021 gains, which is getting the S&P back down to 3,800. As it relates to credit, it's the worst start for credit and the worst start for fixed income that we've seen ever, with high yield down 6% thus far, IG down 9%, emerging markets down 12%. And there's also really good opportunity with the coupons that they provide to be able to buy credit at very, very cheap valuations.